Health Coaches, it's Carmen. So today I want to talk about the all or nothing approach and how it could be harming your relationship with your clients and maybe even scaring off potential clients. So, as health coaches, many of us have been through our own health journeys, and part of that journey may have been for you to walk through the process of doing an elimination diet or an elimination food plan. And it may be an automatic thing when we get a person who's inquiring that has a lot of diagnosis from their doctor, or they have a lot of symptoms and they're dealing with a lot of issues. The first thing that most coaches do is say elimination diet. First of all, I don't even like the word diet in any form or fashion unless we're talking about like paleo diet or vegan diet or something like that, because it's just kind of a danger zone. So but one of the first things that coaches do, is they suggest that their clients give everything up and start over by adding in something, one thing at a time, and trying to figure out what may be bothering them. And I think that can be very harmful. Not only is it super stressful, but we have to remember that the first thing that goes with stress is libido and digestive abilities. So our stomach acid gets lowered and reduced when we're under stress, because the last thing we want to do is digest food. And so when we think about stressing somebody out by taking away everything that they love, there's a possibility that we could be making things worse. So I really love the idea of doing things one step at a time in the other direction. So I'm kind of go against the grain when it comes to those things. I usually do it backwards. I call it the backwards elimination plan, where maybe we just encourage them to take out one inflammatory food, one thing that could be bothering them, and then we give them time to see if it's making a difference or if they feel better. And then if they don't feel a whole lot better, then we add another thing in where we say, well, let's consider or think about maybe taking out another food. So we might start with gluten, or we might start with sugar, or we might start with whatever is the least amount of stress for that particular client that you're working with. It can really reduce the stress. It can make them feel a lot more supported. And also, when we say we meet people where they are, which is what we should be doing, that really lets them know we are meeting them where they are. If it's too stressful to just take everything out, which I think it is for the most part for most people, then let's start with a softer and gentler approach. I think you're going to have a lot more success with clients. I think you're going to draw a lot more people your way, because remember, word of mouth is the biggest business builder. So if someone came to you and they tried to hire you, and you ended up telling them they had to give up everything they love, it was difficult for them, right? Whether they got better or not, it's still going to be part of that dialogue that they share with other people about, what you did for them. So they may talk to their friends and say, oh, you should totally hire her. She was fabulous. What a great health coach. And someone might say to them, well, what did she have you do? Oh, she had me give up everything I loved at first. It was really, really hard, but it really did help me. Those people are going to be like, okay, I don't want to give up everything I love. That's going to be the first thing that goes through their mind and may scare them away. So as part of a better marketing tactic, a better way of getting referrals from word of mouth, and just an easier, low-stress way of dealing with your clients and working with them to help them meet their goals, consider doing the backwards elimination plan. It just can be so much more powerful and helpful to people. And just think about what it would feel like to you if someone told you that you have to get rid of everything that you love. I remember what it felt like, and I didn't like it at all. And I didn't last very long on it either. And I found another way to actually lean towards health in a way that worked better for me than to give up everything that I loved. And when I say that, I gave up all dairy, gluten, soy, all of those things. And I really don't even struggle with some of the things that I gave up, but I would not have known that. I probably would have done a better job if I'd done it backwards the first time around. I would not have known that if I hadn't taken it and thought about what's working best for me. Well, this isn't working, so how can I do this in a way that makes sense for me? And so I did everything backwards, and it worked out great. And it works great for my clients, and has for, I think I've been doing it this way for almost 6 years. So it'll be 7 years in June that I've been coaching. So got a good long-standing track record with doing it that way. So give it a try and see what happens with your clients, and see what happens with your traffic and word of mouth and business as well. Hope that was helpful. Have a great day.